leave a like and subscribe until the video ends or the delinquent will chop your head off. Same time I made the Balatro video. Anyways, this is a Voucher tier list and I'm probably gonna rank them just in order in which I packed up here. So first off is Liquidation, which gives you a 25% discount in a shop. Now this would be an always buy most of the time, but and I mean, again, I used to think this is a must buy, but later on I found out that it actually nukes your temperance value. But I think it's a mint. It's buy if you make interest. Next up, Illusion. Yeah, this is a never buy. Along with its level 1, wherever that is. Basically, this voucher is the upgraded version of Magic Trick, and Magic Trick allows you to buy cards in the shop, which is just abhorrent. It takes up valuable shop slots that you could be spent finding tarots, planets, or spectral cards if you're on Ghost deck. Liquidation is an upgraded version of clearance sale, and it basically makes everything another 25% off, which means everything's 50% off in the shop, which again would be crazy because you could buy tarots and planets for a single dollar and make Campfire go absolutely nuts. I think it's the only situation where it actually works is Campfire. But I'm gonna put this in rarely buy because I do not like temperance value getting nuked even further. And now we get to actually some of the good vouchers. This goes into always buy instantly. Overstock and Overstock Plus, these things are insane. Having +2 slots in the shop is, I cannot stress enough how incredible that is. 4 slots in the shop essentially allows you to like get a lot of good stuff in very few shops, and you don't have to do a lot of rerolls. And another thing that goes into always buy is Palette plus the upgraded version of Paintbrush, which gives you an additional +1 hand size. And if you haven't used up any ectoplasms, or you don't have any -1 hand size junkler thing, this thing makes your hand size 10, and that's incredible. Another thing that's incredible are Blank and Antimatter. Blank basically does nothing, and people will be like, why would you buy Blank if it does nothing? It's because of its upgraded version, Antimatter. Because Antimatter gives you an extra junkler slot, and you can see where this is going. Alright, Crystal Ball also goes into always buy, right? Because Emperor and High Priestess are a thing, and I usually want to have them slots open, so a third slot is good. Not quite incredible, but it's pretty good. But this is an absolute necessity if you're playing on Nebula, because Nebula starts off with -1 consumable slots. Next up down here, Director's Cut, instant always buy. This is one of the most OP vouchers in the entire game. Being able to reroll your boss blind is an absolute run saver, and yes, it's once per anti. We're gonna get to the upgraded version later on. Next up is Glow Up, which makes enhanced stuff 4 times more common in the shop. This is a rarely buy. I mean, it affects nothing unless you want to use up an ectoplasm. Next up, Grabber. This is an always buy. +1 hand is straight up incredible. Well, I'm not gonna say anything else. Next, Hieroglyph. This is an interesting case. Being able to go down an ante is good, but having to pay a price of a hand is something that you can't really do early on in the run. It's literally something you can only do in Endless when you're just one-shotting everything. So this is a buy if you make interest. Hone is a rarely buy. Again, just like its upgraded version Glow Up, it doesn't affect anything. But I just do not feel like spending $10 on either of these, let's be honest. Magic Trick, yeah, I've already talked about it. It's a upgraded version. These are never buys. Money Tree is up next, and it basically raises the cap on interest per round to 20. You make 20 interest dollars per round if you have 100 plus. This is a buy most of the time, because usually you don't make the use of the max interest, but if you got the economy, it can easily go up to always buy. You got the economy. Nacho Tongue, always buy instantly. Another +1 hand is just incredible. Having 6 hands is giving you enough time to just like prepare everything, and has a lot of chances to dodge that. Observatories I buy most of the time. This is basically the upgraded version of Telescope, in which it makes every planet in your consumable slots give 1.5 times mult for the hand that you played. And if you pair it with Perkio, you can get a Nanim doing this thing. Omen Globe. Now, Omen Globe is somewhere in the middle of always buy and buy most of the time. And because sometimes I do not like the fact that spectral cards override the tarot cards in the packs, but at the same time you have Tarot Merchant, which I'll get onto a little bit. It doesn't really matter, especially on Ghost deck. But there's another problem with spectral cards, and that is that if you have a spectral card in your consumable slot, that spectral card is never gonna appear in the shop unless you have Showman. I mean, that also works for every other thing, so I'm gonna put it in at the top of buy most of the time, just because of the fact that you can get really shitty tarot, really shit spectrals like Incantation or Hex, which are absolutely useless late game. Paintbrush, this is an always buy. +1 hand size is incredible. Well, I have nothing to say. Petroglyph? Honestly, Petroglyph is a rarely buy. Right, because you're already down 1 NC. If you're not in panic mode, you really do not need to go down another NC unless you're really panic mode. And that's about all I can say for Petroglyph. Now we get to Planet Merchant and Planet Tycoon. And these are never buys. These are scam jokers. These are scam vouchers. Having more planets is infinitely less useful than having more tarots. Because literally, if you have Telescope, you're already getting the planet for the card you need, for the hand you need in packs. So why do you even need more planets that override your shop slots? Recyclomancy? I think Recyclomancy and Wastefuls, this is probably a hot take, but these are buy most of the time. These cards, I do not find them as... Actually, these cards are... Sometimes I do not find them as useful as extra hands, I'll be honest. Extra hands, don't get me wrong, are incredible, and actually these cards are good as well. Well, in certain situations. Basically, if you're going for a Nanim front on Plasma deck, actually these cards are crazy, because most of the time you're gonna be maxing with either Banner, Blue Jungler, or Stoutman, and that's how you high card max on Plasma deck. And if you already have Banner, you're gonna pair it up with Delay Gratification for extra money, and then you're basically, if you have Recyclomancy, you're gonna be making $10 with every hand without seed money or money tree. Next up are Reroll Surplus and Reroll Glut. These are always buys. Cheaper rerolls are amazing. Like, reroll starting at $1 is absolutely incredible. Redcon, always buy. This is probably the best voucher in the entire game. And this thing makes you reroll your boss as many times as you want for the price of $10. It's incredible. Especially if you have bad luck with rerolling and then you run into a troublesome boss, and then you use cut and find another one and your run dies. Redcon fixes all of that. Seed money? Now I think seed money is an always. Seed money, I'll put it down here and buy most of the time. I'm alongside its partner in crime, Money Tree. Like, I think seed money definitely is more useful overall than Money Tree, because seed money is the unupgraded version, and when you just, it's easier to stack up money to $50 than it is to stack up money to $100. Next up, Tarot Merchant. This is probably controversial, but this is a buy most of the time. If you already have everything set up in your Joker slots, you can straight up use this and then farm Temperances and Hermits out of the shop. It's incredible. Tarot Tycoon, on the other hand, is a never buy. Why, you're like, even if you love farming Hermits and Temperances out of the shop, having tarot cards appear 4 times as often is probably gonna nuke your chances of finding other useful stuff in the shop, such as spectral cards if you play on Ghost. And finally, Telescope. This is also in a limbo, as is. This is in a limbo, but I think this is an always buy. Honestly, scaling, if you're struggling with scaling, this is absolutely an always buy, because you can straight up get infinite planets for the card that you're playing. If you pair with Astronomer, which makes every planet free, it's quite deadly to say the least. But that will be it for this Voucher tier list. Be on the lookout. Next up is probably tarot cards. Meme Explorer, Marble Poppers, Roblox, and more great content.